Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into the video, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon. Let's dive in. I never thought I'd hear the words my wife spat at me that night. "You're bad in bed, Michael," she said coldly. Her arms folded across her chest like she had just delivered some final judgment. Hook. His wife insulted him in the worst way during an argument. Then her best friend spoke up. That's not true. What she revealed next ended their marriage. We had been married for 5 years, and never, not once, had she said anything like that to me. I stood there, stunned, as though the foundation of our marriage had cracked open under my feet. It started as a small argument about chores. Lauren, my wife, was annoyed that I hadn't folded the laundry after getting home from work. I was tired, exhausted after teaching late at the community college in Boise, Idaho. And I told her I'd do it in the morning. Somehow that small frustration grew. She started complaining about everything. How I forgot to take out the trash. How I didn't plan date nights anymore. How I wasn't as attentive as I used to be. Then, like a knife, she delivered that line. "You're bad in bed." The room went silent. My chest tightened. My hands grew cold. That wasn't just an insult. It was humiliation. The kind that cuts deeper because it comes from the one person who's supposed to see you at your most open and still protect you. I laughed bitterly, trying to shield myself from the blow. "Really, Lauren? That's where we're going now?" Her lips curled in a smirk. "I'm just being honest. Maybe if you stopped being so boring, I wouldn't feel like I was missing out." I wanted to shout, to tell her how cruel she was being, but before I could respond, a voice from the doorway froze both of us. It was her best friend, Sophia, who had come over earlier for wine. She must have overheard everything. She stepped into the living room, arms crossed, her eyes sharp on Lauren. "That's not true," Sophia said, her voice steady, almost cutting. "Don't lie to him like that. You and I both know he's not the problem here." Lauren's face drained of color, then flushed red with fury. She spun towards Sophia, eyes wide, like she had just been betrayed in the worst possible way. "What did you just say?" she snapped, her voice shaking, half with rage, half with panic. "Sophia, you have no right to." But Sophia didn't flinch. She held her ground, eyes locked on my wife. "No right, Lauren. You just humiliated your husband over something that isn't even true. I've heard you brag to me before about how passionate your nights are with him. Don't act like you've been suffering." My jaw nearly dropped. I wasn't sure what stunned me more, the fact that Sophia was defending me or the news that my wife had once talked positively about our closeness to her friend. Lauren's lips trembled as she tried to form words, but all that came out was a sharp, "Shut up, Sophia." I sat frozen on the couch, watching the scene unfold like a slow-motion crash. Sophia wasn't done. She turned to me, her expression softening just a little. "Michael, she's been lying to you. Not just tonight. For months." Lauren lunged forward, grabbing Sophia's arm. "Stop it. You don't know what you're talking about." But Sophia pulled away unfazed. "I know enough. I've seen the messages, Lauren. The late nights you claimed were work. The guy from the gym." The room spun. I felt the air leave my lungs. Lauren's eyes darted to me, wide with terror. "Michael, it's not." I raised my hand, stopping her. "Is that true?" I asked, my voice trembling. Lauren's face was pale now, all her confidence gone. "It's not what you think," she stammered, her voice small. Sophia shook her head, disgust clear on her face. "Don't lie again, Lauren. He deserves the truth. You've been tearing him down to hide your own betrayal. That's what this is really about, isn't it?" Lauren's lips parted, but no words came. Her silence was louder than any confession. The silence stretched until it became unbearable. I felt as if the walls were closing in, each second heavier than the last. My wife, the woman I thought I knew better than anyone, sat in front of me, unable to deny the truth. That silence alone told me everything. "Lauren," I whispered, my voice breaking. "After everything we've been through, why?" Her eyes filled with tears, but I noticed that they weren't the tears of regret. They were the tears of being caught. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she muttered, fumbling with her words. "It was just someone who made me feel wanted. I never stopped loving you. I cut her off. "Stop. The word echoed in the room like a verdict. My chest tightened, but I forced myself to keep breathing, to keep speaking. You humiliated me. Told me I wasn't good enough. All because you couldn't face your own lies. Do you realize what you've done? Lauren reached out, but I pulled away before her hand could touch mine. The very thought of her closeness made my skin crawl. She looked at Sophia as if pleading for help, but Sophia's face was cold. I'm done covering for you, Sophia said sharply. You hurt him to protect yourself, and I won't stand by it anymore. If you loved him, you wouldn't have destroyed his trust just to save face. Hook, her friend, revealed the affair. He asked one question. Her silence said it all. Then he walked out with resolve. For the first time in our marriage, I saw Lauren cornered with no escape. The sharp-tongued woman who once used words like weapons now sat speechless, stripped of her defenses. I stood slowly, my hands shaking, my heart torn between pain and a strange clarity. I don't know what the future holds, Lauren, but I know this. Our marriage can't survive on lies, and I won't let you make me feel worthless because of your mistakes. Lauren sobbed quietly. But I didn't wait for her excuses. I walked to the door, my body heavy, but my mind strangely calm. Sophia gave me a small, supportive nod as I passed her. That night marked the end of the marriage I once believed unbreakable. Pain burned deep, but beneath it was something new. Strength. Lauren's betrayal had shattered me, but it had also freed me. For the first time in years, I felt like I was standing on my own 2 feet, ready to rebuild a life without her shadows darkening my path.